There's no agenda in Nigeria that is bigger than the Fulani agenda. I repeat, there is no agenda in Nigeria that is bigger than the Fulani agenda. Whether it is Yoruba agenda, whether it is Hausa agenda, whether it is Igbo agenda, I repeat, there is no agenda in Nigeria that is bigger than the Fulani agenda. The Fulani have been consistent for over 500 years in pursuing their agenda. I repeat, the Fulani have been consistent for over 500 years in pursuing their agenda, and that agenda is to dominate you. Southern Nigeria is their next point. They have dominated northern Nigeria. Southern Nigeria, especially southwest, is their next port of call. Kogi State is being overrun by the Fulani now. There's a report that the Fulani has hijacked a Yoruba title in Kogi State. Obaro title. The Fulani have hijacked. A Fulani is bearing the Obaro of Okun land. I don't know if I mentioned that name very well. Let's look at this. The Ohinoi of Yorubaland conferring chieftaincy titles on Hausa Fulani leaders. Repeat, chieftaincy titles on Hausa Fulani leaders, including the title of Obaro of Kogi Central, in a grand ceremony in Okun, Kogi State. Look at the video. The people in the video, this person is a Fulani taking a Yoruba title. The people are not even self-aware of whatever that is happening. It seems the Fulani, they use juju, they do what they do. I repeat, I believe you me. It seems the Fulani, they use juju. The people are just moving. They are not self-aware that these people are like calculative. Little by little, they are infiltrating you. That's how they did to the Hausa people. They killed their kings. Look at Kaduna State today. Sorry, look at Kano State today. The emir of Kano is an Hausa traditional stool now, but it is being occupied by the Fulani today, and you cannot take it away from them. Look at the emir of Ilorin. The debate today, tomorrow. The presence of Fulani in Ilorin has made some Yoruba people pay allegiance to the Fulani caliphate. Yoruba people saying that I am proud to be a Fulani slave because of the tactics of this Fulani. When they enter a place, they know how they enter you. So this ceremony, the people don't know that these people are hijacking their culture. Like I said, land is very important. Land than your identity. Identity, I'm an Igbo person. Okay, you are an Igbo person. Where is your father's house? Where do you come from? I cannot say where I come from. How would they look at me? Am I truly an Igbo person if I cannot point to my land, my father's land, my ancestral home? That is why when the Fulani come to a place, they will target your land. They will look at your cultural institutions. They will destabilize it. This one becoming a Fulani leader. Small. They infiltrate you left, right, center. They move from one community to another. That Fulani leader, it goes and inviting people come into that community. They will come form principality and power. They will come form stronghold here. They will use that their stronghold, oppress una. The oppress una go tire for them, na go leave them. What happened to the Hausa kings that the Fulani have taken over? What happened? The same plan, master plan, for over 500 years. These people have been consistent in their taking of lands, and they know how they do it. Political tactic, economic tactic, religious tactic. Yes, religious and traditional tactic. If they have the money, they can use the money to buy your chiefs, and they give them a place in your community. They come and sit down in that community. They become, see, when they stay in that community for like 20 years, they start building something that you cannot even chase them out away from that community. They infiltrate the police, infiltrate the army, infiltrate everywhere. Yes, they'll start building houses in your cities, contesting in local government, working in civil service, extending their tentacles inside your community, your system. When they are now strong, they will now tell you that they want a governor. That is what they did to the Hausa people. Look at the Kwara State, Okiode. A nursing school relocated from the Okiode to another place. See, people are running away from their ancestral land. Land is important. Maybe I'm from Kwara now, and my father's land is in Okiode. What will I tell them? After the Fulani take over, I'll tell them that I'm from Okiode in Fulani, in Kwara State. But Fulani has taken over my father's land. How does it sound? Because when I hear people running away from their ancestral home, my brother, it beats my imagination. Sometimes I wonder what is going on. People running away from their ancestral home. Do you know what it means? Now, look at Okiode now. People have deserted the village. The police, inside the police, that will be dispatched to that place. You have Fulani there. You have some officers. The Fulani is there. The police go can't see where buy land, build house for that Okiode. They will find a places whereby people never run, come out. People still there. They go rent house, build house. That's where they build or buy land, or they will talk to your brothers, come invest in Okiode. Their fellow Fulani brothers, they will import them. They bring them small. Whilst the Fulani, the bandits, they are in the bush. In that Okiode, they will be in the bush, making sure that you don't return. If you return, they attack. They put fear so that you can run away and not come to that place again. And small, the Fulani will be establishing structures, small. They have the bush Fulani and they have the one up there, political Fulani. Those ones will bring money. They will bring money. They'll come, they buy small buildings. People will run away. They'll come, they sell their buildings, distress sale. People that ran away, relocated from their own ancestral home, they'll be selling some of their buildings, distress sales. And this Fulani, they may through the back, through their politicians and through proxy, they can be renting or buying these buildings. And little by little, they will be putting some of their Fulani brothers there. And those ones will become like spy and watchdog for them. Even if you come back to the government says, we have chased away these guys away. We have done this. Some Fulani have already settled in that place. Fulani will go school. Yes, normal Fulani. Because how come in this world would the Fulani be given a title belonging to Yoruba people in Kogi State? If not for the level of popularity that Fulani person has attained in that community. I'm telling you, how come the Fulani will have that so much influence that they are being given the title of the Yoruba people? He becomes the lord of the Yoruba people in that Obaro community. In Okun land, Yoruba. You know, there's Yoruba in Kogi State. There's Yoruba in Delta State. There's Yoruba in Kwara State. Yoruba groups have told the president, we cannot stay together with these Fulani people. We cannot stay together. Please take us away. Excuse us from them. We cannot be in the same ship. We don't have the same ideology. We don't have the same thinking. We don't have the same agenda. The Fulani, anywhere they find themselves, they must implement their agenda, whether you like it or not. Anywhere they find themselves, they must make sure that they dominate. And that is why the Igbo people, I think one of the most difficult people that the Fulani can dominate, like in a short period of time, is the Igbo people. Let the Igbo people and Fulani stay in one country, man, they go destroy themselves. Yes. Because the Igbo people also know that the Fulani people, then we understand their movement, how do they run. That is why they don't like us. The Fulani does not like the Igbo people, especially those that are politically like inclined, knowing the tricks of the Fulani. Because me, I know their tricks. I went to my village. I went to look for Fulani sentiment. Let me know whether my village Fulani did there. I'm telling you, I went there. Let me analyze the number of people staying in my own village, whether they are there or they are in my village. Let me know their roots, however they are operating. Then I will now have to look at the possibility of them attacking farmers in my village. Then we will take action. Me, I'm not sitting down here to go and start doing analysis. Me, at the verse. The reason is why I did talk self, because at the verse for waiting up for Nigeria today. How would a foreigner, you know that the Fulani is not indigenous to Nigeria. They don't have a land they can point to. These are land in Nigeria. They are foreigners. How would a foreigner come to me and chase me away from my ancestral home of my forefathers? Because me, I know how important land is. Land is everything. That is why the West, anybody that is coming to your place wants to take your land. Any enemy that is invading your territory wants to drive you away and take your land. Land is the most important thing in the earth today. You cannot tell me you have an identity if you cannot show me your land. That is the reality today. That land is the most important. So the Yoruba people now are waking up, saying that it is not possible. You see, this title, they have to reverse it. We cannot allow a Fulani person become a chief of the Yoruba people. Do you know what it is? Do you know the kind of attacks that these people have been experiencing in Kogi State? If you say in Lagos State, you can do that because Lagos is relatively safe. The Fulani cannot have that kind of influence in Lagos, except they use political power. You know, say Lagos now where Nigerians dey. There's no state in Nigeria that is not represented. I repeat, there's no state in Nigeria that is not represented in Lagos. So Lagos na the whole Nigeria. So if a Fulani can be a chief, but he cannot be a chief of a town, no. Just like Oshodi town, you can't make Fulani one of the chiefs in the palace. Do you know what it is? That is what is happening in Kogi State. Small, they infiltrate you. They hold on to this. They capture this. They capture that. They put your brother. They expand. One person coming. You know, normally now, Northerners, if they come to a place, in the next 3 months, they don't reach like 5. One person go down talk to 5. In the next 1 year, one person go down talk to 10. Out of that 10, they're going to spread. They're going to look for other places, greener pastures around. That's how they will spread and spread and spread until they buy house finish for Agege. Agege in Lagos State. They almost don't buy the houses finished. Who buy them? Say now the people where they sell carrots or pawpaw or whatever for road or orange or whatever. You know, we have those abokis that are selling. Say now them go buy that land. Is it not some of their top guys? Top guys, politicians. That is what is happening in Kwara State. Now, if they put fear in you and you run away from your ancestral home, they will now start infiltrating you small. To collect house. The house go there cheap now. You know, say, you they fear insecurity. Them Fulani no go fear. They will come like normal people. But they are working the same work. Oh. All of them are the same thing. I told you that this Fulani thing, it be like football game. You have the strikers, which are the bandits. They call them bush Fulani. You have the city Fulani, now them be defenders and now them be the midfielders. Yes. And they know how they calculatively, you know, these people are so united. Like I said, over 500 years, they have been consistent in this despicable act. And how they are able to, they are succeeding in the face of the Nigerian government, the Nigerian police, Nigerian army, Air Force, and all have you. Man, it is surprising, you know. Like these people are having their way in the 21st century. They still have their plans intact. They will come and kill people. All of us, they for social media, they talk to ourselves. All those ones, they don't send you. They have been brainwashed to understand. See, the Fulani man believes that he's much more superior than every other Nigerian. He doesn't see you as equal. The Fulani man does not see you as his equal. He sees himself as a superior to you. That is why they are behaving the way they are behaving. Tinubu is dealing with the Fulani. And the Fulani is boasting he's a one-term president. Because of saying, give now the kind of influence now one get. You now go form opposition. And you think that Tinubu is Jonathan that will just fall for your threats and everything. Now all of a sudden, then gather opposition with their manipulative movement and whatever. And you will see 2027, the Fulani will speak with one voice, although Northern Nigeria has been divided. That is the bad news for the Fulani people. Northern Nigeria has been divided. Also, be expecting Fulani to use insecurity to bring down Tinubu's government. I repeat, expect the Fulani to use insecurity to bring down Tinubu's government. Let the government be careful. These people are not, see, that is why Tinubu has to restructure this country. If he does not restructure the country, it is a big loss for the Yoruba people. I'm telling you, that is my speculation. Things can change. The Yorubas are smart in a way. They can find a way to lobby themselves out of the repercussions that the Hausa Fulani want to bring on them when they take over power. But as it stands, if all things being equal, if things don't happen, if things don't change, these Fulanis, they are ready to carry out their vexation on the Yoruba people when they come to power. That is why Tinubu has to restructure this country. Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. You have been saying it. Nigerian last Yoruba president. We have been saying it. And people think that it is not possible. My brother, you are here. We are complaining about Fulani go kill. Fulani go kill today, kill tomorrow. Government will say we are on top of the situation. We have been able to gather intelligence. Our army have been deployed. Despite the fact you cannot stop them. And they are still killing. They have Fulani generals. They have Fulani top police officers. They have Fulani NSCDC officers. They have Fulani army officers, Air Force officers, naval officers, immigration officers, GSS officers, Fulani everywhere. Minister of State for Defense, Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. I'm not even talking about the NSA, Ribadu. Fulani is everywhere around us. They have infiltrated us. If the Fulani lose next election, because it is Atiku who is the Fulani that wants to run for presidency, he doesn't believe that he can concede to Amici or Obi. The Fulani does not believe that. They believe that they are the ones first. People will not get ancestral connection in this mere geographic expression. When we say, if Nigeria divide today, Hausa people go rise up, pursue them, come out. I'm telling you, the more reasons why the Hausa Fulani will never want Nigeria to divide. They will do everything within their power to make sure that Nigeria does not divide. And Tinubu knows it. Tinubu will play that game with them. Because I see Tinubu winning 2027 elections. I tell you, Tinubu will play that game with them. If they want to do anyhow, Shebi Nnamdi Kanu dey there, Sunday go dey there. We go divide the country. It doesn't take anything. In fact, the war will start from the Middle Belt. The war against Fulani, the Fulani will be ostracized out of Nigeria. You see Nnamdi Kanu that is not being released. The people that want to kill themselves, if they are saying, okay, we'll release Nnamdi Kanu today, the people that want to kill themselves will be the Fulani. Because they don't want him to be released at all. They don't want him to be released. Now, the Fulani hijacking a traditional title in Yorubaland. How does that sound? In modern day Nigeria, with all the knowledge and information we have, with the history that we have read over the years, how the Fulani came and took Ilorin through manipulations and through all this Magu, whatever it is. Why is it that in Ilorin today, Yorubas are paying homage? You are saying that we are paying our allegiance to the Fulani. Do you know what? Fulani Caliphate. You are paying your allegiance to the Fulani Caliphate. Are you not self-aware of who you are as a person? Do you want the Fulani to destroy the Yoruba civilization or Southern civilization? Because they will introduce their own civilization to destroy your own civilization, to undermine your own civilization. When I see the Ohinoyi conferring this chieftaincy title or these Fulani guys, I look at the people around. I look at the Hausa Fulani there. I look at the Yoruba people there. And they are not even like worried that what is happening. Why are they giving this man this chieftaincy title? They're following the celebration. Politicians are also supporting. They're following the celebration. In the celebration. And it shocked me. People are losing themselves. Somebody is infiltrating your culture. Is infiltrating your land. And you're looking at them. You are even joining them to celebrate. The same thing with Hausa. Some Hausa used to defend the Fulani, but now it has changed. Last week, I entered bike. I spoke with like 3 or 4 Hausas. One is saying that he's from Sokoto. The other one from Castina. You know what they tell you? I asked them, shall you be Fulani? Say, no, I'm not Fulani. I be Hausa. But Fulani and Hausa now one now. Say, no, Fulani na bad people. Fulani na bad. Hausa and Fulani be one. Which state are you from? Sokoto state. But Sultan and Sokoto na Fulani now. Say, they use money, they buy them. They use money, they arrange them. That is why you see Sultan and Sokoto, say even Buhari self, now money. But we Hausa, we not agree with them. The Hausa are becoming, you see what we are doing is not out of place. So the enlightenment that is coming with what we are doing, over the years, it will pay off. Do you know the kind of brainwashing the Fulani will give? If Fulani come into your place and you give Fulani title, do you know the amount of brainwashing you go collect? The gaslighting and brainwashing. Every day and day, things are happening that you are seeing, like you are being your identity, your original identity, your original culture Your original civilization is being suppressed by what the Fulanis are doing every day with their activities, with their juju and everything they do. I have not stayed with the Fulani, but I've spoken to somebody that have stayed with the Fulani. The Fulani, they are, I don't know, they are diabolical. Because sometimes I still wonder, a Yoruba man will say, I'm paying allegiance. I'm half Yoruba, half Fulani. I'm more loyal to my Fulani roots than my Yoruba roots in today's world. After with the message of the story of Alimi and Afonja, how they betrayed Afonja and they killed Afonja because they had ulterior motives. They will pretend as if they're your friend. But when it is time for them to perfectly strike you down, they will strike you down. That is who the Fulani are. So Yoruba people should wake up. Oh. It is not this one they are just calling on president. Oh. They should take decisive steps. Oh. Whether physically, oh, through the court, oh, through protest, oh, through revolution, oh, they should make sure, spiritually, oh, they should make sure they rise up to the occasion. This one you think is child's play. Oh. Them, they're not playing. Oh. If you are playing, you think that it's just 1 + 1 2. No, these people are not playing. Oh. They will make sure that they enter you, they destabilize you, and they turn you like a pauper. You become their slaves. Imagine in Kano State, and Hausa State, top 5 people in the government, they are Fulani. Hausa State, top 5 people in the government are Fulani. The traditional ruler there are Fulani. And the Fulani will tell you, say, our father. Before their father, who was there? The Hausas were there. They killed them and threw them away. Now they are living with the same Hausas, and they will be telling the Hausas what to do after hijacking their culture. And we are practicing democracy. We are in an information age where our eyes need to be enlightened. But yet all these things are happening, and you are shocked that the Fulani can be able to pull this stunt. And if you are in Yorubaland and you think that it's not possible, my brother, you need to be you need to be wise though. See, the most important thing, I will repeat myself over and over again, is your land. If you don't have a land in Nigeria, you can never be indigenous to Nigeria. You see the reasons why Yoruba pushed against indigenous bill, indigenization bill. You know why they pushed against it? It's because of all these things now. So Fulani will come into Kwara State, stay for 10 years, he becomes an indigene. The Fulani is more loyal to his own tribe and culture than any other culture. So with the disguise of indigenization bill, they will use it to enter you, dominate you, infiltrate you, and introduce their own civilization while they destroy your own civilization. So the Obaro title in Okun land belongs to the Yorubas and not and never ever to the Fulanis.